All right, Snow's over there getting some roadside tangerines. We saw these on the way in. I don't know why we didn't stop and get them. I wish we had. But you can see they also sell sugar cane, a lot of different kinds of candies, oranges, taffy.
Little baby tangerines.
Nice. How much?
$1.
So we've been traveling for about an hour and the landscape has definitely changed. We've come over kind of a mountain and now down back into another valley, and we're away from the jungle and back in more of the bald mountains with the sparse trees, maybe a few pines. So it'll be interesting to see what we see coming up here. Also notice a lot of these trees are eucalyptus trees, which are not native here in Ecuador or in Latin America, but we see them everywhere. We're told they kind of help erosion as well as they grow pretty fast. So we see them using a lot of that for timber. So I was telling you how the landscape has changed. You know, we came through an area where they had a lot of citrus and a lot of orchards, so apples, peaches, plums. And now we're coming through an area where they're growing a lot of greens, like maybe collard greens. We definitely saw turnips, cabbages, potatoes, things like that. Totally different. The landscape is more patchwork now. And it's just unique how quickly and drastically it changed. This is one part of the culture that I always love. You have these little roadside stands and restaurants, and the people are out there with flags just trying to wave you in. And it's just kind of cool. And they're, you know, depending where you are, they have different things. There's actually a lot of ice cream through here. Popsicles, but sometimes it's fruit, sometimes it's some kind of meats. But
Definitely popsicles right here.
I like it. So you can tell we're definitely in farm country, and here they're coming. We could probably get some of those tomatoes and carrots and broccoli and onions and corn. No, but they grow okay. But look, they got nice bags of vegetables right there. And they have cuys asado here.
They got grilled cuys.
What do you guys think?
I have made up my mind. I can't do it.
Snow is anti-cuy.
I can't.
I've heard both sides of it. I need some help making a decision. Should I try? There's some cuys right there roadside.
Tell them, for the new people, tell them what a cuy is.
For the new people, what's a cuy, Snow?
It is a guinea pig. They eat guinea pigs down here in the rural areas and the more traditional areas. They eat guinea pigs. I can't do it. It's normal down here. I just don't think I can do it, guys.
So Snow's not going to eat a guinea pig or a cuy. They kind of spit roast them, so they don't leave much to the imagination in terms of the presentation. What do you guys think? Should we try cuy or not? Obviously Snow's not, so I'm the only one that's a potential, so I need to know what you guys think. We haven't gotten out of the area where they sell these little popsicles, and to be honest with you, they've been everywhere for I'm going to tell you, the last 30 miles they keep popping up. But now all of a sudden they also sell tunas. So if you guys don't know what tunas are, they're little fruits that grow on cactus, and they're about the size, if you make a fist, they're about that size, maybe a little smaller. And they use them frequently for juice.
And look at these workers.
Yeah, I was going to say. So this is a big block truck. So those guys are going to help unload that truck when it gets to wherever it's going. So I love the different culture we see on these road trips. I love moving day. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but this road is like 8 lanes. It's 4 lanes each way. They've had full-on ramps with acceleration lanes and deceleration lanes and
Divided a median. It's crazy.
fancy signs.
It looks like home. It looks like the States, except for all the roadside stands. Just you wouldn't have roadside stands sitting on the side of the interstate, or cows.
Yeah, cows in the road of an 8-lane interstate with lights and everything, and we got a cow crossing. Another thing that's popular we've seen through here, and we saw it down in Rio Verde, is these bags of pig skins, and so that's something that they sell at a lot of these intersections. We've seen a lot. We haven't recorded a lot.
It's a huge pork rind.
But it's like, yeah, it's like 12 inches by 12 inches. It's huge pork rind. So, as Snow said, we just crossed 11,000 feet. And again, the landscape is changing. The trees, pines.
Pine trees, yeah.
There's no farming here at all. It's like all of a sudden it just totally vanished.
To stock up on a few necessity vegetables here, mainly tomatoes. We're still having to be careful what we eat because of my tooth. We have learned that spaghetti and chili works really good. So we're gonna stock up on some tomatoes, maybe an onion or a pepper. This looks like a good place to stop. Hey buddy, I know. Moving day's not so fun when it goes long, but we're taking you somewhere where I'm pretty sure we're gonna be able to get you some good walks. Dana's just sleeping the day away. This one, he's ready to have some fun. We always like stopping at these roadside little stands in these rural areas. Support the local communities whenever we can. Sometimes we gotta hit the big grocery stores to get some of the other necessities. But we sure like to do this whenever we can. Gee, here he is, he's back. Here he is, he's back.
Alright.
Get some goods?
Yeah, we're gonna play a game.
Okay.
Alright. 5 red onions. 6 jumbo tomatoes or large tomatoes. 2 nice poblado style peppers, 2 lemons, 2 carrots, 2 red peppers, and 3 little peaches, which we gotta try. We haven't had these. How much for all this? What are you guys guessing? How much for all this fruit and veg? It's $2 for all this stuff.
$2?
$2.
Oh, wow.
So it looks like there's a volcano behind us, and there's definitely one over here in the clouds that we can't see. But we stopped in to have a little lunch here on the side of the road, so let's see what they have. What'd we get, Snow?
We got a fried rice, combo fried rice. And we went back and forth between getting 1 or 2. I am sure glad we got 1. Look how huge this is.
This thing's giant. And 2 lemonadas.
Of course.
All right, lunch was pretty good,
Yep.
but the rain has caught us. So the last little bit here is gonna be in the rain. I'm not sure, but I think we were just bragging about the roads in Ecuador, and lo and behold, the road's torn up. It looks like there's a missing manhole, so they've stacked 2 tires on top to cover it up.
It works.
We've taken the turn off of the main road, and we are headed up into Volcan Cotopaxi. So I believe that's the volcano right in front of us now, behind the clouds. Hopefully, another sophisticated traffic control device. This is Dogville. The dog is pulling, yeah.
Oh, and the dog has a little backpack on too. That's cute.
All right, as we come through this rural little community here, it was pretty interesting. And I guess it's also interesting that now we find ourselves on a cobblestone road.
Very bumpy one.
So, coming up here through the dairy. So cool.
Continue for 14 kilometers.
Hairpin turn, steep turn. Here we go. Start of the bouncy climb. Snow's bringing bouncy back.
Yeah.
This is a bouncy road. When I say,
I don't even know if you want to call it a road.
when I say bouncy, what I want to describe to you is rocking. We're rocking back and forth. So we're a heavy van and we're a tall van. And so when we hit those bumps, the van just rocks back and forth.
Yeah. Doesn't matter how slow you're going.
So a lot of times we talk about how this work is all done by hand. And look at this out there in the field. It looks like kind of the whole community or a big family is all out there in the fields. Harvesting. And for a narrow, bouncy road, this thing is very crowded. Wow, and just like that, I mean, that was a bumpy, rocky ride.
Out of nowhere, brand new road. Woo!
G was giving us heck. Yeah, look at that thing. Wow.
Nice road. Better not get too excited. It could end just because it started.
Just like that,
We're back on dirt
a
rocks.
road ends, a hairpin curve, and up another steep, bouncy, rocky.
It was good while it lasted.
I guess this
Back
is
to
what,
first gear.
I guess this is what we got to do to get to the good spots.
Right.
Whoa. This road is washed out. You can see there's a couple
Deteriorated quickly.
washes through here. All the fine material that makes it smooth is gone, and it looks like it only gets worse on the way. So this is starting to look a little bit sketch, guys. All right, you guys may have missed it. I don't think I had the audio on, but as we were going up this steep, rocky, like holy place, we actually
Wheel off the
wheel
ground.
came off the ground. I'm not sure if we got footage of it, but Snow yelled, "Oh, wheel off the ground!" We may have got it on camera, if so, you're looking at it right now. Crazy. And Snow just put out a big wish. What was it, Snow?
I hope that was the worst spot we gotta go through.
We'll see, guys.
I don't think I got my wish. Maybe if we go over there and see how deep that hole is. I don't think I got my wish, guys. This is a big trench across the road. Ooh, Kurt's checking it out. This does not look like something we're gonna go across. go. Okay.
I think you'll be okay. I don't think it's as bad as it looks. It's a gentle slope down through there. We stay to the right. I'm gonna get my rain jacket on and make sure I guide you through it, but I think we're gonna be okay through there.
Okay.
I sincerely think it looks a little worse than it. We're not saying it's good, but I think we got the clearance.
All right, guys, here we go.
All right, so we have a dilemma. This is where the GPS is telling us to take the turn left to go back the other way. Like I showed you guys, the road goes straight. The signs say go straight.
We're going
but
straight. But there's no road on the Google.
The Google doesn't know about this road, so
That's never a good
snow's
sign.
freaking a little bit, but we really don't have a ton of choices other than just go back the way we came. Despite the Google's best efforts to get us lost, we ended up driving right up to the gates of the national park.
And there is no different road.
This is,
She's just really confused here.
so we're on the main road, but we have 2 more kilometers up here to our camp spot for the night. So we're not done driving, but in the very least,
We made it to the national park.
we know we're in the right spot. Is it closed? Is it closed? We're not allowed in.
We made a terrible mistake.
We're not allowed in because of the cats. So, Cotopaxi, no cats, no dogs, no nothing. So, we drove all the way up here. We really don't have a backup plan. So, let's pull over here and figure it out. All right, I may have pulled off a miracle.
Magic man.
So, first of all, I met Carmen. Carmen is the local indigenous lady running the little tienda. I think she lives up here, right there. So I bought some habas from her. You
Well,
guys
the
seen
fried ones.
habas? Yeah, these are fried. And you guys probably remember we had the ones that were the big beans. And they also, I've had them prepped a few different ways. But in any event, so I got some stuff from her and left her a little tip. We have the Wi-Fi from the national park place right here. Nice. So we have Wi-Fi. We can stay here for the night. And as a bonus, he's going to let us in tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. so we can go up if we promise not to let the cats out.
You guys are not getting out.
That's what you call working Curt's magic.
The schmoozing magic man. Good job,
Sometimes
Curdy.
it's better to be lucky than good.
When we were younger, we used to sit on the grass among the flowers. We just let the days pass by.
I don't think he ever wants to do that.
People would tell us to get a grip of ourselves and get a job. We didn't care what we were told, 'cause when we were younger, we used to sit on the grass and go, damn, I don't wanna grow old. I wish I could turn back time.
What's going on, bub?
Stay up all night singing songs on the terrace. We didn't mind sitting out in the cold. It was impossible to make us embarrassed. We were free. Do you remember stealing smokes from your parents? sometimes we got a bit out of control. When they found out we ran from home just to scare them, we were free. When we were 17.
So our campsite is over 12,000 feet.
It's chilly.
And it's chilly, which means chili. Homemade, completely from scratch. Bought the tomatoes at the veggie market this morning for super cheap. Peppers, onions. Curt is whipping it up in the kitchen. It's gonna take a while because we're doing it fresh and from scratch, but we got our little convenient van life pressure cooker. And in a little bit, we're gonna have some chili, and we just cranked the heater in the van.
All's well.
All is well in the van life world above 12,000 feet. So for the past 4 or 5 countries, we've been checking every grocery store for new chili powder. But if anybody has a recipe for gathering up the actual spices that go in this and creating your own chili powder, please tell us, right, Curt?
Especially if you're from or in Ecuador and you know where we can get the stuff here. And what it's called in Spanish.
That would be better. Help! We're out of chili powder! So our chili is almost done, and we peeked out the window and saw the sun starting to set behind some of these mountains, making a cool silver reflection. One of the volcanoes was peeking out above the clouds. Not sure if Curt was able to get it because he did pull out the drone and run out there to try to get the sunset and the volcano, but the clouds covered that volcano up quick. Maybe he got it, maybe he didn't. I don't know, but I still think it's going to be some pretty epic drone footage. Now he is headed back, and we'll have our chili soon. Homemade chili with crushed up saltines and a dollop of sour cream. It's going to be yummy.
Oh, what a beautiful morning, guys. We got some visibility. It looks like the very tippy top of Cotopaxi is in the clouds. But we were able to park right here at the entrance. 8 a.m. is when we're allowed to go in. It's about 6 a.m. now. And you can see there's another volcano over there. This is yet another one. There's one back there down in the valley. And then right up here to the left, there's yet another one. But this is the clearest we've had since we've been up here. So what a beautiful morning. Woohoo! I gotta tell you, I'm excited. We made it into the park at 7:55. We're 5 minutes early. We have a little view right now. This morning at about 6, I had a view of Cotopaxi, and we have a partial view here. Let me show you.
Maybe these clouds will burn off before the afternoon clouds come in.
The clouds have been moving around, but you can kind of see the top up there. But in any event, he made us swear like 3 times we would not let the cats out.
Right, guys.
So super cool guy for hooking us up like this. Also, the great news is there is a south exit. Now, all the maps that we looked at, we couldn't find an entrance there. The Google brought us to the north entrance.
And the crazy road.
And the crazy road. We heard the south entrance is easier. Turns out we can go straight through. So we've got a couple really nice stops along the way of this national park. Obviously, we haven't been here. We don't know what we're gonna see. But that sets us up for a wonderful day.
I just need to remind some people, and especially any new people, that we are in Ecuador. And yes, that is snow on the mountain, and we are probably within 50 miles of the equator. It snows in Ecuador on the equator on top of these volcanoes. That just blows my mind, guys. Blows my mind.
The clouds are not cooperating 100%, but here we get another little glimpse, and you can just see how much snow is on this mountain and this volcano. And this volcano is active, and I believe, we'll check it out, but I believe this is the second tallest volcano in Ecuador, and certainly one of the most popular. We're about to hit 13,400 feet. I think we got close to 13,500 when we were going to the hot springs. All of a sudden we can see just a little bit of the base of the mountain, but we are getting up here close to where there's snow. So good news as we come around the corner, we're beginning to get a little clearing in the clouds.
Now, the question is, will our van make it all the way up to the refuge? We don't know the altitude of the refuge, but we have definitely pushed the van farther than we've pushed it right now. She's doing okay.
There's a building right kind of above the snow line, so if we can make it up there, which right now we're bogging down a little bit, but if we can make it up there, we'll be in the snow. Let's go! Let's go!
I'm trying to go.
The van might not make it, guys, to be honest with you. We're struggling.
We're in first gear right now, and that's a long ways to go. We're gonna try, because the road's plenty wide to turn around.
We just broke 14,000 feet. Another 1,000 feet to go. The Refugio is up at about 15,045 feet. So I see a couple switchbacks out there, but we still have a pretty steep climb to go to get there. $14,400. We're kind of into the area where these steeper switchbacks are. We switched, Snow had an idea to switch the van down into low.
Why we haven't done that before, I don't know. But it's doing a little better. We're in second gear. I'm probably fixing to have to put it on first again. This is fairly steep. Oh, second's doing it.
But we're getting up this mountain. I think we're gonna make it, guys, pretty sure. Unless something crazy happens, we're on track. The road is bumpy. We are spinning. We are flipping. We're barely making it. You can see the clouds kind of behind, pushing along the road. We're at 4789. We are
14,789.
14,789, and we are struggling. All right, we're at 14,850 feet, 60 feet, climbing fast. And we just stopped to give it a little break. You can see sort of the big kind of glacier-like snow up there, on there. We're still going, guys. We had doubts for a second as to whether we'd make it. Beautiful view back there. We do have a little bit, a couple of the other mountains are eclipsed by the clouds. But look how steep this is. At our highest point, and there's snow. We've made it up to the snow line. And there's snow too. Driving. Look at this, guys. Wow. Oh, we are high up, the steepest climb. The van's chewing it up like nothing. It's kind of scary. Look at this. On the road, they have some kind of what do you call that? Geogrid to help from erosion. It helps the road kind of stay together, especially in extreme conditions like this. There is no grass up here. It is strictly like lava rocks, and snow, and our van. Look at the striations. I'm guessing this is where a lava flow was right here, and you can see the different colors of the rock through there. Pretty crazy. And it's a muddy kind of rough spot. So now, in addition to going up, we're kind of bouncing and spinning our tires. Oh, guys. We can see the Refugio up there. I think this is the parking lot. I think we made it up to the parking lot. I think you have to hike up to the refugio. We are at the parking lot. We have officially made it to the highest point that the van can drive, 15,188 feet. We're over 15,000 feet and up in the snow of the second largest active volcano in the whole entire world.
There's no air.
And snow is still hiking up. We've parked the van.
I'm not hiking far, don't worry.
It is, the air is thin, that is for sure. The air is thin. What a beautiful morning. You can see snow is making her way back to the van. And I gotta tell you guys, the air is really thin. So hiking and vlogging is tough. Actually, doing anything up here is kind of tough. You can see this guy looks like he probably made it all the way up to the top. Hola.
Hola.
Did you summit?
Yeah.
How was it?
Oh, incredible.
How long did it take to get up there?
From 12 o'clock to 6 a.m.
Wow, so you, overnight?
Yeah, it's in the night.
We did it at night.
Yeah.
Good job. What's your name?
Diego.
Diego. Nice to meet you. Congratulations. Curt. Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Take care. So did you guys hear that? He started at midnight last night. And let me look at my watch and see what time it is. I think it's probably about 9 o'clock. Wow. The clouds are settling in, and it kind of happened pretty quick. So I want to get back here a little closer to the van and actually head on out of here. But really cool experience to be able to drive up to this second largest, second highest active volcano in the world, Cotopaxi. Beautiful driving in, wonderful experience, full of ups and downs, mostly ups. Bicicletas, loco. Wow. We're out here at this laguna at the base of Cotopaxi, and they have a nice little trail along here. It's about 2.5 kilometers. I don't know how much of I'll do.
If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you guys know when we put out new videos. And don't forget, you can always follow us over on Instagram to see what's going on in between videos. Cheers, guys!